Hello, welcome to Chesapeake Today Show. It's your Executive Director, David Loop.
And Candace Montgomery, Director of Life Enrichment.
Well, Candace, I first have to say, you look charming and lovely as always. Today, when we're filming this, happened to be, well, two things. We were sort of on a casual work day.
Yeah, Jean's Day.
I've been predominantly in my office just working on budget, so I really haven't interacted much. And then we had something silly happen this morning that residents, you may see evidence of this. And I'll just fill the story blanks in. We have been introducing Point Click Care, new electronic medical records. And the day that we kicked this off, we wanted to thank the nurses, lighten the load a little bit, sort of take a little bit of laughter into it. So I had a cast of characters, or shall I say a cast of pirates with me.
Yeah.
So, you know, if I think about, you know, I've got it's the vowels and the D. I have Andy,
right.
Aaron, Ed, and
Oh
Kurt.
my gosh, yeah.
So
Hadn't thought
I'm
about it
almost like
that.
the ACE, A-A-C-E.
Yeah,
So I
you're
had
right.
my ACE team.
Oh my gosh.
And then D, so we were aced,
Yeah, seriously. That's interesting.
and we had some silly costumes that I think your team had something to do with it.
Yeah, when I delivered those costumes a week or so ahead of time, I got some interesting feedback from your participants of like, really?
So wait, would you associate a captain's hat with a pirate? Maybe not.
Well, it was kind of a mix of things because I wanted you all to feel comfortable with also being silly. I wanted you to have some dignity. I was trying to maintain
Dignity.
something.
What did you encourage that we put around our waist?
I know, a tutu, which is very interesting.
Yeah. So tutus, and Ed put his on a little differently.
I saw that in the
that
picture.
was that his Miss America pageant?
His creative flair, I
Yeah.
guess, his interpretation. I don't know.
So what did we do? We went around to the nurses and really to all staff. We were delivering donuts, just again, thanking everyone for the training, the heavy lift, getting into this new record system. And then we had a chair that was created between the creativity of your team and their use of technology.
Right.
And it created a fun little cheer that we did our best to remember.
Yeah.
And we sort of cheered our nurses on, cheered our team on. Happened to be in a pirate theme, which how do tutus and pom-poms fit with pirates, but we did it.
Yeah.
So
The cruise ship was kind of the big theme, too. So kind of keeping it with, you know,
we're
on
cruising.
the sea.
Yeah, because that's...
We were all over the place.
Yeah, definitely eclectic. Yeah, because that was cruising.
To the finish line, something like that.
Is
Yeah.
the theme that you and Paul and the team have been working through. So,
Yeah.
anyways, you'll see some pictures which will either cause you concern or you'll laugh at.
I think they'll laugh.
And yes, we really are proud of the team. It's not just the nurses. There's so many team members that have been a part of this, either championing them because they just helped the celebration and food and fun, or actually trained to use the new medical record system. But just, I think when we interview our special guest today, we'll probably hear a little bit more about the possibilities with the new system and how it will enhance our care delivery, not just in healthcare, but throughout the continuum, and even record keeping. And yes, your billing statements will look different in October. So, Point Click Care, for many of us, we sort of think of it as the Epic. That's the software you see in hospitals. Point Click Care is it for senior living. Similar, best practice, great program.
Yeah, it's amazing how it communicates. All the platforms communicate with each other, which is nice.
So last week, and we got to start with something I know near and dear to you, and Do Good Foundation.
Yeah.
So tell us more about what happened.
So last Saturday, we had the Do Good Foundation, which is the local chapter of Dolly Parton's Imagination Library, which gives free books to children in the area from ages 0 to 5. So we had about 30 kids and their family members that came in of all ages. We had some babies, we had some 2-year-olds, 3-year-olds, 5-year-olds. Came in on a Saturday on a holiday weekend, so I was impressed that we had that many come. And residents read some of the books in the program. So we had 4 residents read, and then we also had 4 residents who were the conductors, led them on their path, because when they came in, they got a passport, and they were doing stamps for the different books that they went. And then we had a dance party in the Chesapeake room, some goodie box and things, crafts for them to do, all with a train theme, because the first book that's in the program is The Little Engine That Could. So that kind of goes with their logo. But it was really good. Residents really enjoyed it. I can't tell who enjoyed it more, the families or the residents who just felt like that it was just they were giving back. And many of the residents that participated were past educators, so it was filling a cup for them for sure. So yeah, I was pleased with how everything came together.
Well, congratulations, because your initiative and effort. So neat how it's all come about. I think social accountability is
Big
something
thing,
that,
yes.
As we continue to justify our tax-exempt status and initiatives that you and your team, the foundation, all of us embrace with social accountability, how can we help certain organizations, either with programming, location space, at times funding, but all important. So, even as a nonprofit, we give back.
And I shared this with you, but I was really pleased with that we wowed them more than even Smithfield Food. You think about Smithfield Food being such a big organization, and we had more of the attention to detail, and I love that. That was really, rewarding to hear that, of just the wow effort that was put in. So I think there's no competition of us hosting it in the future, because we set the bar high, which is good. So
Well, I think more and more we do with a number of groups, a number of places that come in and just so surprised about just all that the Chesapeake offers. So cool.
This is awesome.
So that was one. I'd called another social accountability. We had a walk.
We really did.
A little bit of a combined vision. So tell us more.
And I think this came about, and you were a part of this, of our early efforts a year ago, talking about, okay, we do all these things that we give back to. What's a way to really make sure that residents have a central way to feel like they can give back? A lot of times we go and have different walks in different places, but there's folks who just physically can't do that or don't have the means to do that. So Walk with Purpose kind of came about of, let's take kind of the theme that we've had before of like a bunny hop or other things that we've done in the past out front here, and have different ways that folks can give back to the main organization. So you think about Alzheimer's, you think about breast cancer, American Heart Association, you think of all the big ones. So Caitlin and Grace did an amazing job of having luminary sales, so different bags with the different colors, which worked out really well. Having labels where folks could buy it in memory of, and having those out on the path, meeting in the Chesapeake room and really talking about how much money was raised, which was over $2,000 to my knowledge. And then having those luminaries on the path as people are walking and seeing the different names of folks that really wanted to honor someone special to them. So I'm proud of the work that they did for this being a first time. So I think it's one of those things. It's probably going to be an annual tradition now. You do it well that first time, and we keep going.
Well, I think the whole strategy behind it and trying to, just letting everyone connect with whichever cause was most meaningful. Doing a walk here, whether you did no laps or 3 laps, whatever, didn't matter. And just neat, support. And that financial, sometimes it's surprising that the little sums that come about.
Oh my gosh, yes.
And I say little. They grow to big, but that's what this was, with over 2,000. It's the foundation, the breakfasts always do a surprising amount, and other things just continue to grow.
And I think it's just being here and making it easy really helps. It's just having a table in front of the cafe, it's kind of always our go-to, but that's the traffic area, right? So I feel like this makes it easy for residents to give back, and they feel rewarded from that, of being able to honor someone. And there's some folks that elected not to have someone's name on there, and that's perfectly fine as well. But it's been nice to see all the names. I mean, it's like 400 bags that we're doing of all of those names. So it's impactful for sure.
Fantastic. Very nice. So other things happening, I guess.
And
Now we're turning
September.
into
Oh my gosh.
So back to school went okay.
Yeah.
Clint likes his teacher?
He does like his teacher. He had 3 friends, and they all got split up in separate classes this year. So he wasn't excited to go back to school for that reason. But now he's doing okay. They all get to play together at recess and lunch. So he's okay with that. One of them is our neighbor too. So it's like they literally live right there.
Every evening
it's
after school.
Okay, yes, it's fine. We will see her. But he's involved in soccer too. So it's like we're getting into that phase where it's now we're getting into the practice and the games, and we're into that phase of life. So
Very cool.
managing schedules, but it's a good time. So yeah, second full week in September now. So we're coming up to some of those annual things that we'll talk about this week. But kicking off Monday the 8th, we do have Kazuri Design starting at 10 a.m. in the Chesapeake Room. So some of you may remember the Carte Boutique that we've had before. This is the new lady that has taken over. So if you're looking for something special as we're moving into that holiday season, now's your time. Or if you were looking for a piece of clothing, at 10 a.m. in the Chesapeake Room. They'll be there till about 2 o'clock, I want to say. So they'll be there for a while for you to be able to shop. 10 a.m. there's also going to be our regular shopping trip leaving from the Hampton entrance. Donna's going to be doing a Color Your Life craft class at 2 p.m. Something really neat about that is we're going to have her involved in Christmas at the Chesapeake this year to do our craft stations. And so the residents who have been a part of that class, it's like, all right, let's start thinking about what can the crafts be for the kids. And then also giving them some tasks of things to do that could maybe be a part of the special gifts that the children receive, something that's kind of handmade by them. So really excited about that, something different. And the group is excited about it as well. And then 7 p.m. hand chimes practice in the Chesapeake Room. On the 9th, there is Bible study. They've started that back up. So they took their break for summer. 10:45, they'll be in the Explorer Room. 11 a.m., a lunch trip to Farmer's Table of Newport News, leaving from the Hampton entrance. Have you tried that place out yet?
Have not.
It's good. They have a location in Smithfield as well, but it's like a burger joint.
Okay.
It's right off of Warwick Boulevard. But yeah, I think residents will really enjoy that. You should check it out as well. 2:30 p.m., we've got meet and greet in the Chesapeake Room, and then a 7 p.m. movie, Masada, I think I'm saying that correctly, in the Chesapeake Room. On Wednesday, this is that special virtual town hall that Home Office is doing. So that's at 10:30 a.m. Talking a little bit about fiscal responsibility. I know this goes back to the other retirement community in New York, if I remembering correctly. So kind of just being transparent, which I think is a good thing.
Yeah, Wall Street Journal ad, or article, I should say. First, just highlighted that all businesses in America have the risk of not making it. And a retirement community is a business. And it's all about what's the integrity of the organization, what its leadership, its strategies, its principle, which is invested in itself. And we're very lucky to be part of LifeSpire, which continues to grow stronger and just very good in what we do. And just for residents to know that our financial statements are on the internet, you can see them, it's transparent to the public. That we have an advisory committee that allows a group of residents that really enjoy higher finances, but there's around 12 of you who come to these meetings and quarterly learn directly from our home office team, our strengths, what we're doing, the board's fiduciary responsibilities, our investment strategies, just how we run this business very soundly. So even though the article in the town hall will talk about some of the challenges that New York community had, it will hopefully also bring to light why we're in such a different place.
Most definitely. So that'll be interesting for sure. Same day, it's also that time of the year we're making our food delivery to the fire stations, which it's worked out well to do it on the day before 9/11 since they get so many goodies from other places as well. So 2 p.m. we'll be making our delivery to fire stations 6 and 8. Those are the two that serve us most frequently. They usually give us a tour, so if residents want to come along, they love doing that, and the residents love going and seeing where they sleep and the whole 9 yards. So that's always a really good time. And then 3 p.m. will be German class in the Explorer Room. Wine Club dinner at 5. I wonder what their theme will be this time. I don't know. September could go a couple of different ways. And then showing the Superman movie, 1978 version, in the Explorer Room at 7 p.m. Then on 9/11, 9 a.m., there's a Rosary and Catholic prayer service in the Harbor Room. Our ceremony at 9:30 for our remembrance ceremony. Usually a short and sweet, but it's meaningful. So I know with Uwe being out, Larry Bierman has stepped up, and the two of you will be working together, so that'll be nice. 1 p.m., there's a greeting card class in the Creative Arts Studio. Hymn sing at 2 p.m. in the Chesapeake Room, and then 7 p.m. we've got Kenneth Keller in the Chesapeake Room. Then on Friday, we've got a couple of trips going here. So 10:30 a.m. there's a Ferguson Center trip. Chiskovsky, I know I'm butchering that.
Oh, Tchaikovsky.
I was about to say, words like that intimidate me.
Tchaikovsky. We should have the music major help us.
I know.
Chbosky.
Chbosky. Oh, he wants
okay.
to do that.
Because as soon as I look at that, I'm like, I'm going to butcher that.
So here's what Vera gets a kick out of me. There's a jeweler
Okay.
that makes the glass types of things, and they're in very nice stores.
Okay.
SWA.
Oh.
So let's try it together. I say
You're going to on the spot.
Swarovski. And I always, and Vera laughs at me because I don't pronounce that one right. So I
Yeah, I don't know. Stuff like that intimidates me.
We need some help with some Polish,
Because there's another one at 6:45. Like, y'all have seen it on the calendar. You know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about. At the Ferguson Center, I can say that.
Yeah.
And then at 2 p.m. For Assisted Living Week, they're doing, their theme is Ageless Adventure, but they're doing an ice cream social. So, but you know what's funny about these ice cream socials? At the last one that we had, I think it was Kay Quitco. She was like, okay, same time next month. And I said, actually, yes. Like this month it is going to work out to where you are going to have a couple of different opportunities. So it's just the kid like wonder when the ice cream comes out. I love that.
Yeah.
And then on Saturday, Miss Platzman is picking up her painting class again. So that's at 1:30 in the Creative Arts Studio. And then there is a 2:15 trip to VSO up close. And then that's leaving from the Hampton entrance. And then 7 p.m. there is a movie in the Explorer Room, The Bridge at Remagen. I'm struggling today. 1969 version in the Explorer Room.
Okay.
It's a hard things on the calendar.
Here's I can't do it well, but when I lived in Hawaii, and the words there were long and a lot of vowels.
Oh my gosh.
And then you even think in this area with a lot of the Indian terms native to the area.
Sure.
If you can just let it roll off your tongue and don't think much about it.
Don't let it intimidate you. That's the thing.
Well, I stop too. It's just like me
like,
saying
I
Swarovski
don't wanna
or
say it
Tchaikovsky or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, sometimes we overthink it.
Right.
But
President's just going to laugh with us on
yeah,
this
you
episode.
can. You can help us with pronunciation. Maybe we should have a trivia.
Right.
How do you
grief.
say the proper terms? So
Yeah. But yeah, a full week for sure.
absolutely busy week.
Oh my gosh, yes.
So, and with the 9/11, commemoration and doing that, and it's heartwarming to hear about the connections. And I remember you telling me before about how residents enjoy the little tours of the
oh my gosh.
fire stations.
Yes,
and
the
that's
last time
meaningful.
we were there for a long time because the firefighters equally enjoyed it. I mean, they were just, because typically kids are who come through, so residents were asking different types of questions. So they loved that.
Yeah.
It's fun.
I can imagine some of our residents' questions
Oh
you would
yeah,
ask
because
her.
we had an interesting group and they wanted
Yeah.
to see every little nook and cranny of the fire station.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was good for sure. But it's fun, when these annual things are coming around. It's nice.
And we'll soon get a lot more information out because I know Kurt and his team are planning a different type of festival or food event.
Yeah.
So
that's exciting.
we'll get that up. We're just maybe keeping it veiled for a little bit, but all of a sudden it's going to be in front of you, and then you'll be able to sign up. But
I know.
excited for that.
Still thinking October, right? I think
right the first couple days of October.
Sounds good. So we got a little bit of time.
That would be great.
Okay, awesome.
So that's there, and again, we've had such a string of beautiful days. I hope you're getting out and walking. Walk last week was delightful. So we're blessed right now. And knock on wood, hurricanes,
nice time of year.
stay away.
I know,
Stay away. So
seriously.
enjoying it.
Most definitely.
Get us caught up?
Get us caught
All
up. I
right.
think it's good. We have a good interview today.
We do. So Candy
Yeah.
Rono, our Assistant Director of Nursing, so I'll be introducing her in a moment. And just a delightful person. I'm sure you'll get to very much pleased to get to know her.
Most definitely.
So with that being said, I guess we'll sign off on this part of the show.
Yep.
Thanks so much. Hope you have a great week.
See you next time.
Welcome back to the special part of our program when we interview today one of our newer team members, Candy Rono. Candy, you're our Assistant Director of Nursing. Welcome to you.
Thank you, sir.
Well, it's wonderful having you here to get to know you a little bit better, and the residents will get to know you as well, and that's just a win-win for all of us.
Yeah.
So you joined us how long ago? You've been our Assistant Director of Nursing for how long?
This is from June.
From June?
I came in June 10th.
And not only did you come, but you also came at a pretty busy time. Riz Bowens, our Director of Nursing, went out on a medical leave, so she's taking care of herself. We've had a thing called Point Click Care that's consumed a little bit of time,
It has.
which is our electronic medical records. We may get more into that. And you're still just doing great things with our healthcare center, and I hear such glowing reports. So thank you for all you're doing.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate that.
So Candy residents love to know where team members, a little bit about them, et cetera. So your early life, what would you like to share? Where are you originally from? What would you like to share with the residents?
Thank you. Good question. Originally, I'm from Kenya. Recently, I'm from Texas, Central Texas. Raised and born in Kenya for 20 years, then moved here. That's about it. Yeah.
So coming here from Texas. So how long were you in Texas?
About 7 years.
And you were
7
in
years
the-
in Texas.
Okay. And what type of places were you working, your professional steps before coming to us?
So I was in the DFW area after school in Navarro College. Then I moved to Central Texas, close to Austin. Worked with veterans in the Veterans Lands Board organization, and then I moved here.
Very nice.
Yeah.
We have something in common because right before I started at Chesapeake, I was in Fort Worth. So I was in Texas, but only not 7 years, 7 weeks. I was helping out an organization called the Staten, but it was 7 weeks of me experiencing everything big about Texas. It was like the cars are big, the trucks are big, the drives are long,
The roads are big.
the barbecue is big.
Correct.
And very good. But no, and we had a chance to go from Fort Worth down to Austin, down to Waco, down to even Corpus Christi. It was fascinating to see the state.
Yeah.
Did you ever get on, I'm not sure which highway it is, but there's this Czech stop where they sell these donuts, like Czech, they're not punchkis, but maybe they are. Kolaches.
Kolaches.
Yes.
Kolaches.
So that place was like this huge stop where everyone would get their kolaches, get their donuts. So again, that's one memory I
I wonder
have.
if that's I-35.
I think it is. I think that sounds right.
Yes.
Yep, major highway there.
Yes.
So you've joined us now. With your obviously your nursing credentials, your experience is wonderful.
Thank you.
So early impressions of the Chesapeake. What would you like to share?
It's different. I found a home. Being a nurse, you just don't look for a work environment where you just come and work and go home. We spend most of our time here. We somehow bond with the patients or residents. And when you come to an environment where the residents are very welcoming, the other team members are also welcoming, you're eager to come back the next day. And when you see that what you're doing and what you're offering is actually something you can count on as you see the result, it makes you feel like, yeah, you are doing the right thing, changing one life at a time in a different way.
Great. Well, I couldn't have asked for anything more from you other than that wonderful statement, because that's what the residents hope for. As you know, with the independent residents, they move into our community to a cottage or apartment, and a lot of their planning is if they ever need help, they know it's available on this campus, assisted healthcare, memory care. But it's sort of like we talk about, like the airbag in your car. You don't want that airbag to ever go off. You don't want, but you're happy it's there. They're sort of the same way. They don't necessarily want ever to need health care, but they're happy it's there. And I hope that as you get to know Candy and hear these types of words from her, that it's just comforting that if they have a rehab stay, if a loved one does need to go in health care, we've got a caring leader. So very impressive. Thank you.
And not just, sir, if I may add, not just when they are sick or waiting for that moment. If you have time, come back. Let's share. You could be doing exercise that is too much. Yes, you've talked to your provider, but there's something else that we can do differently. There's something new in the world of health that we can share out there. Come talk to the other residents as well. Encourage them. One aspect of, good health that we forget is mental health. Just talking to somebody. So when you have that extra time, come see what we do and come share.
That's great. Well, and not only do you have wonderful folks like Candy to visit with, we're making some strides. We recently opened up the dining area.
Yes.
This week we should be seeing the kitchen come alive as the inspections and some other things are happening. So I think we've all been waiting for months. Us much longer than June. We've been waiting for months to get that kitchen open, but to me it would just be delightful to have those smells of food cooked to order there for the healthcare residents in what Barbara and the teams are calling is the galley. So the galley is the name of that area, and then in a few weeks, we'll be opening up the activities area by the end of September,
Yes.
which will be lovely. And for any of you who visited the Culinary Arts Studio on the 3rd floor of assisted living, a lot of the same features, amenities, beautiful cabinetry, etc., will go into the healthcare activities room. So neat things happening there, but go back to the care. It's a special group of people. It's a calling for you to come and to be a part of a leadership here and to be leading a group of CNAs that are, it's more like you said than it's not just punching a card. If we really want to do this correctly, it's a calling.
True.
We're doing it for the right reasons. We're doing it for the residents. And that's what you're doing wonderful. So, good. Point Click Care, electronic medical records. You want to update us a little bit? How's that journey been? And
Exciting. Busy as we transition from Matrix to PCC. Very much worth it.
yeah,
We are able to communicate with other hospitals, and providers are able to put in their notes real time. We are able to get referrals quicker. If we send them to the hospital, we are able to see what is actually happening there real time. If we're doing wound care, we are able to take a picture and capture as it is and actually see the measurement and how it becomes smaller. So very exciting, much easier than Matrix, and very real time.
well, having this type of technology, and again, your team just hit it out of the park. Everything
Yeah.
I've heard from home office just complimenting, saying, wow, what a great leadership.
you.
The team, the preparedness, the transition, which from when we record this, it's been a week ago that we were actually implementing it. Just proud of you.
Thank
and
you,
proud of all of your team,
whole
because
team.
it will make a difference for the residents. And I mean, the thing that I can't put my head around is the complexity, the training. I think all of your nurses went through like 24 to 30 hours of training.
They did.
There are a group of you all that were the super users,
Yeah.
and that was another heavy lift.
Much longer.
And all this was happening almost like 6 weeks in advance, and now we've got this rollout, and again, first days, very smooth. So just a lot to be proud of, to be a part of something like that and see it just taking place. And now to know you've got a tool that will help your care even get better.
Yes.
So very good. Well, thank you for all of that. And,
Thank you also.
and I think it'll be, I don't know how, and maybe someday you can think about this. I think just because of your comment to the residents, how you'd like to help educate them and come visit healthcare, I think also you coming to a Chesapeake University and doing like a little talk.
Yes.
Because we could give them some samples of up on the screen. Here's sort of what the screens look like. This is what Point Click Care allows us to do. Because I think it's what we do in healthcare is not just provide that needed service, but we have to provide that assurance and comfort that it's good. And that's an ongoing effort. Just tell people. So
Absolutely.
we may have you come speak to a Chesapeake University class, which is a group of independent folks, and I think you'll do great.
It would be an honor.
Yeah.
Be an honor.
So you've moved to Hampton Roads, which is, when I moved here 8 years ago, I said, well, where's the road? And it's not, it's a waterway. So have you figured that out?
Yes.
Hampton Roads, it's water. It's all these rivers coming together, et cetera. It's like, okay, I'm confused. And then the peninsula and south side,
The tunnel.
the tunnels,
To Norfolk.
all these terminology. So how have you been adapting?
Thanks to my husband.
Okay.
I can tell you he's been driving a lot.
Yeah.
So every weekend, of course, we drive around new places. The roads are much smaller. I was used to Texas roads.
Yeah, 12 lanes, 15 lanes.
Yes. Just for safety, the first month I had to use a smaller car. I was
Okay.
like, I know I have a big car, baby, you can have it. But now I'm getting much used to it. The exits are also a little bit different. In Texas, you only exit to the right. Here it's, whatever.
Could be wherever. Yeah.
So being more alert, but beautiful places, beautiful natural forests. I must confess that this is the first time I'm actually enjoying that beauty of, that I'd say lack because of the heat and just how Texas is. So I feel like it's a blessing moving here.
I And it's a surprise to me because coming from Flat, Texas, before that, my wife and I lived in Pennsylvania and Ohio and some other areas. Of all the places I've lived, this is my favorite. And people are like, really? Because so many of our co-workers, so many of the residents, they've been here all their lives. They don't know what it's like to live somewhere else, so they don't compare. And I'm like, you know what? Cost of living is very reasonable. Gasoline's some of the cheapest in the country.
It is.
The water is beautiful. The trees, there are areas with hills, etc. And you can get into personality and some beautiful drives through canopies of trees.
Yes.
You got the history galore, which I haven't even touched on. You start looking about Yorktown and Williamsburg and Jamestown, just amazing.
Yeah.
I like the military presence. So your husband, is he in the
He's
military?
military, yes.
So obviously a connection.
Yes.
And the food, seafood,
Natural food.
yes.
I've seen a lot of real good natural food.
And that's delightful.
Yes.
Have you had rockfish yet?
Not yet.
Do so. It's you'll find it at times with restaurants will serve it, and it's a nice it's ocean, it's saltwater fish, but it's fresh. It's more of a whitefish. It's more of a almost like a sea bass. Just very nice
will
texture.
definitely try
so
that.
yeah, so that's just one I've enjoyed, and the crabs and all the shellfish, delightful. So I happen to experiment with those at times, so
Good.
you'll enjoy it. And then the other thing is that we're on this border with the Carolinas, so that you have the barbecue and a lot of smoked meats, and then the sides and the vegetables, So just it's
Awesome
got
things.
some
Awesome
wonderful
things.
Yeah,
Good place to live in.
that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just watch it, because you see what happened to me my first years moving here. Stay fit, and you'll be better off.
Not to mention we are close to like really good colleges and universities, and DC is just 2 hours away. So
I mean, the
good place.
museums that we can go to, it's impressive, the museums right here. You could spend a week or two just going to our local museums. And then let alone, you go up to DC and you hit the mall there and all of the
Yes.
Smithsonian's, et cetera. So neat area. And so anyways, glad we both share that. So we're just telling all of you who've lived here all of your lives that we appreciate it for many more reasons, or perhaps same reasons as they do.
Yes, we do.
So when you're not working, any hobbies, any interests, what do you like to do?
I'm a church person. I currently serve 3 different women's group and 1 church group. Online and 1 church that I attend. And then I lead an international group of nurses from Kenya. And we have weekly meetings. And then I have a high school that I serve as a head mentor back in Kenya. So a little
Fantastic.
bit.
That's
Yeah.
doesn't surprise me that you are that involved in making a difference in other people's lives. And it's a tip, I think, of what we've learned about you, that you really have some special gifts.
Thank you.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Well, hearing all of that it's just exciting. I think, our future's so bright. Yeah, it's not just Candy, but Jeremy and Ro and you,
Absolutely.
Christy Newman. You have so many fine nurses surrounding you that are really just making a good difference.
Thank you.
So we appreciate that.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Well, I hope that all of you have gotten to know a little bit about Candy today. I think there's much more, and perhaps we'll get her on that stage, or it's not really a stage, it's just a floor in front of Chesapeake University, and learn more about. I think your invitation to them to come and visit is wonderful.
Yes.
Your office is right near the intersection.
It is.
That intersection is soon going to be changing. Have you heard how we call it the compass?
I have.
Well, the compass goes away, and we're putting in overhead a beautiful, it's a artificial, but it looks like the sky. It's a
Beautiful.
lovely ceiling, so all of that will change, all new flooring. The compass goes away, so it goes from being the compass to the sky area.
Wow.
And then you get new
Beautiful.
bookcases, a new fireplace, furniture, and then we'll finish off a little more around the concierge care area. So you'll step out of your office one day and you'll say, "Oh, it's finally done." We're there, just like the dining room. But it will just, it's only fitting that the house is as nice as we can make it for our residents. Foremost is the care you and your team are providing, and we just appreciate and value that most.
Thank you.
Good.
Thank you.
Well, Candy Rono, great having you on our team. Thank you
you,
for being
sir.
part of this discussion.
Thank you.
And as you come visit the health center around the building, be sure and greet Candy.
Thank you.
Have a good week.
Brave and smart.
With careful hands, you chart with heart.
Guiding residents day and night.
Her steadfast watch keeps everything safe on.